What's the dumbest thing you did that actually worked? I convinced my entire high school that I was fluent in Japanese by memorizing anime opening songs and speaking complete gibberish with confidence. This ridiculous plan got me out of Spanish class, earned me extra credit, and somehow landed me a date to prom. It started junior year when I was failing Spanish miserably. Senora Rodriguez was threatening to fail me unless I showed significant improvement by the end of the semester. Meanwhile, I'd been watching way too much anime and could sing along to about 20 different opening themes. That's when I had the brilliant idea to convince everyone I already spoke a foreign language. During lunch, I started having fake phone conversations in Japanese, which was actually just me mixing anime lyrics with random syllables while using confident hand gestures. The key was commitment. I'd throw in real Japanese words I'd learned from shows like Arigato and Sayonara, but fill the rest with confident-sounding nonsense. Konnichiwa, watashi wa, blazing dragon tempura fighting spirit desu. Within a week, rumors spread that I was secretly fluent in Japanese. Kids started asking me to translate things. I'd make up completely fake translations and deliver them with total confidence. That says, "Your spirit burns like 1,000 cherry blossoms." The plan escalated when Mr. Peterson, the guidance counselor, called me into his office. "I hear you speak Japanese fluently. Why didn't you take Japanese instead of Spanish?" I panicked and said my parents forced me into Spanish, but I'd been secretly studying Japanese for years. Peterson was so impressed that he arranged for me to test out of my foreign language requirement. The test was supposed to be with the district's Japanese coordinator, but she was out sick. Instead, they brought in Mrs. Yamamoto, the substitute librarian who actually spoke Japanese. I thought I was dead. But Mrs. Yamamoto turned out to be the sweetest old lady who was just happy to meet a student interested in her culture. When I started my usual anime gibberish routine, she smiled politely and nodded along. Turns out Mrs. Yamamoto was almost completely deaf in one ear and couldn't really hear what I was saying. She kept nodding and saying, "Very good," while I babbled about ninja pizza motorcycle sunrise beautiful. I passed the test and got transferred out of Spanish into an independent study period, but the legend grew beyond my control. Other teachers started asking me to help with cultural presentations and I had to keep improvising. The breaking point came when Ashley Peterson, the prettiest girl in school, approached me before prom. She said she'd always wanted to learn Japanese, and would I teach her some phrases if she went to prom with me. At prom, Ashley asked me to translate, "You look beautiful tonight," into Japanese for her Instagram post. I panicked and blurted out the only real Japanese phrase I actually knew, "Omae wa mu shinderu," which means "you are already dead." Ashley posted it online with heart emojis, not knowing she'd just declared herself deceased in Japanese. The post got hundreds of likes from classmates who thought it was romantic. The truth finally came out senior year when we got an actual Japanese exchange student named Kenji. He saw Ashley's Instagram post and asked why she'd written "you are already dead" with heart emojis. When confronted, I confessed everything. The whole school found out I'd been speaking anime gibberish for 2 years. But instead of being angry, everyone thought it was hilarious that I'd fooled the entire district. Ashley laughed so hard she cried when she found out what her Instagram post actually said. She said dating a guy who could con the whole school with anime songs was actually pretty impressive. I still had to retake Spanish senior year, but Senora Rodriguez thought my Japanese experiment showed creativity and gave me extra credit for innovative language learning techniques. Sometimes the dumbest plans work because people want to believe something interesting is happening in their boring lives.